In late February 2025, my family and I took our long-awaited winter road trip into Yellowstone National Park. And these are 9 tips that we learned during our 72 hours inside Yellowstone. And to make it fun, we're gonna ratchet up the adventure level as the video goes on. Moose alert.
Jen's breaking the trail.
I got footprints in the snow. Buffalo don't care.
Not a bit.
My name's Dave. This is my wife, Jennifer, and this is my good friend who feels more like a brother to me, Patrick. We chose to stay in Gardiner, Montana, which is directly adjacent to the Roosevelt Arch. Thanks a lot, Teddy. We found a great place to stay in. This is directly outside of Airbnb, and that is Electric Mountain, and that is Sunset. That is pretty amazing. We loved this view so much that in the evenings we would set up our camp chairs and our propane fireplace and just watch the show. We are not the guided tour type of people. We kind of want to blaze our own trail. However, in the winter, most of the park is closed unless you hire a motorized bus, get onto a snowmobile tour group, or get the highly coveted private snowmobile permit. We chose Yellowstone Vacations and met a wonderful guide. His name was Gypsy. He was very informative.
And there's roughly 10,000 thermal features inside the park. That's over half the world's thermal features. That's over half the world's geysers.
Camera can't see him, but there are wolves in the background. He also had this amazing spotting scope that he could attach to his iPhone and then shared photos like this via airdrop to us. I'm gonna let the photos do the talking. We had a fantastic time. He says it goes through an orifice 4 inches round. There's some satisfaction that we get with the wind blowing through our beard.
Face stays warm. Grow a beard.
So the lodge is closed for the winter. No, this is not where The Shining was filmed. It's a coyote.
I can't get a good photo.
Oh my goodness.
I wish I remember the name of things. What's the name of this waterfall? Hemman?
Gibbons with a G.
Oh, Gibbons. Gibbons? Gibbon Waterfall. I'll get it right. We did learn that there are no snowmobile tour companies based in Gardiner. Those companies are in West Yellowstone and Big Sky, Montana.
Going in the park.
US Highway 212 connects Gardiner, Montana to Cook City, Montana via the Lamar Valley. It is your best opportunity to see moose inside the park during the wintertime. Go ahead and give yourself lots of time to drive this 55-mile long road. We ran out of daylight before we reached Cook City. The Mammoth Terraces, we really enjoyed this. There are boardwalks that go over the hot pools as they cascade down across the rocks. In late February, the lower wooden boardwalks were pretty much snow-free, but as you climb higher and higher on the terraces, the snow was there. It was rather packed down, and it was rather slippery. We really wish that we would have taken the boot chains that were inside of our truck. I would highly recommend bringing them along. Here's a picture of a boot chain on Amazon. No, I'm not a sponsor. I just know that not everyone's familiar with boot chains. When you make it all the way to the top of the terraces above the rock formation, you're going to find this lovely cross-country ski and snowshoe path. We were able to walk it with just regular hiking boots in late February. Just be aware that you might come across a skier. One of the first things my family and I do every time we visit a national park is we go directly to a ranger station and just start asking advice on what we can do. We absolutely loved Chittenden Road. It is accessed off of Highway 212. That was that road that connected Gardiner to Cook City. It is closed from late October to early June, and it is quite lovely as you work your way up to Tower Falls.
We're going snowshoeing.
This is our first snowshoe. And by snowshoe, I mean walking on snow. So far, we haven't needed them.
All three of us finally got our snowshoes on. Dave's in the lead right.
For those of you new to snowshoeing, the proper etiquette is not to walk over the cross-country skiers' tracks. This road was absolutely perfect as it gave the inside corner to the snowshoers and gave the outside corners to the cross-country skiers. Proper etiquette in the backcountry makes everybody's day a little bit more enjoyable. Stopping every 10 feet.
That is just beautiful. We're at the top of this hill going down, and I made Dave stop so I can check out the view.
Moose alert right there.
I think we're right above the waterfall now, and we have to walk around to get to it. You can see the water below us.
As you get to the top and get near Tower Falls, you're going to come across a country store, 2 well-established bathrooms, and a whole bunch of garbage bins. Unfortunately, all will be closed and all will be locked. So if Mother Nature calls, please be prepared and bring proper items such as... And yes, if you do use those items, you will need to pack them back down to the more open and accessible areas of the park to dispose of them. It is directly below the road. There's a couple coming back. But that is Tower Falls.
Photobomb! There he is. He's looking right at me. Not caring a bit, which is awesome. Using the front of his muzzle. If you want a snack, you gotta grab it from Dave's pantry over there. It snowed last night, it's cold in the morning, and we're gonna go off and do some more hiking. Here we go, Tanya. Had the jet well going, got hot coffee. Say hi, Jen.
I did.
As we neared the end of our guided tour on tip number 2, We asked our tour guide if he knew of a good snowshoe trail that was not often traveled. He recommended the Beaver Pond Trail. It is located next to ranger housing, and he did warn us that in late February, the snow could be soft. I highly recommend, if you choose to take this trip, to have some type of mapping software such as Gaia or Onyx, as just no one walks this thing.
Just walking up this trail up the side.
We are hiking the Beaver Pond Trail. This definitely has like a top of the world feel to it, doesn't it?
It does, definitely.
On a trail that there's hardly any skiers, and I got footprints in the snow.
Yeti.
Probably a hiker. This was obviously pretty exciting to us. The tracks looked eerily human. When we got back to the Airbnb, I did a Google search and asked, does a four-legged animal's back paws follow its front paws? And this was the answer that I got. Then I also looked up what a black bear track looks like. And you can see here on this photo that a black bear has 5 distinct toe prints, and that one track is slightly behind the other. So after my extensive 30-minute Google searching, I'm of the opinion that we stumbled across a fairly fresh set of black bear tracks in the snow. I'm not a hunter. I'm just a guy that likes to be out in the woods. If you're more educated on the subject, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. When you're snowshoeing in environments like this and post-holing, it's always best to take turns leading and breaking trail. This gives your group as a whole the best opportunities to get as far as they possibly can without wearing one individual out.
Jen's breaking the trail. Dave's out in front.
Patrick's breaking trail. I don't think I have any problem sleeping tonight. We can see Gardiner, Montana from this hill in Wyoming.
Buffalo is laying down there. You can see where his horns were at, his legs. They're gonna use their tracks to get up the hill to those trees.
We have hiked to the Wyoming and Montana state line. So Jen is in Wyoming and I am in Montana. And Patrick's somewhere in the middle. This is going to be our turnaround point. We've been breaking trail for most of this, but the mountain views are very pretty.
Awesome.
Thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you like this one, I bet you're really going to like our road trip to Yellowstone from Portland, Oregon. I'll attach that one right up here, and I'll leave them the way I leave them all, which is to say that one day your life is going to flash in front of your eyes, and I plan to make that mental slideshow as epic as possible. Build your slideshow, my friends, and we'll see you on the next one.